Hello, my name is Jolina. I'm going to be showing you how to take patches like these and also these style of patches. And I'm going to be showing you how to put them onto jackets, jeans, backpacks, whatever really. And it'll look like this. It's super quick, super easy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright, so these are all the materials that you're going to need. We have this tomato. It's just one of those, you put the pins in it to hold it. Got extra pins in here. You'll also need thread. Any one of your choice really, it doesn't matter. I'm using cotton black thread, but you can use dental floss even if you didn't have thread. Any color works really. Then you can use a thimble if you want to protect your thumb, because sometimes the fabrics are pretty rough, so this helps a lot. And then obviously you're going to need needles. These are just like $2 at Michael's. So yeah, just the standard sewing needle. Then you're going to need scissors, of course, to cut the thread. And then you're going to need your patch and the object or wherever you're going to place this patch. Alright, so ideally you're going to want a clean workspace, a good light nearby, and so first step, you're going to grab the needle, you're going to thread it, but my thread is kind of, I don't know, it's like split at the end. So I'm going to cut that at an angle. Make sure it's pretty sharp. And then you take it about to your elbow, but you can take more. So I just take about that much thread. Then you take this, and instead of threading the needle, think about the thread instead. Sometimes it's a little difficult, but this time went in pretty smooth. And then you're gonna cut the other side. So you'll have your thread like this. There'll be 2 open ends here. And then what I do is I take these 2 ends and then I'll kind of knot them together just by tying them. So like the way you would tie a regular knot, pull them together. And then I like to do this multiple times so that it's like one big knot. So I'll try it again. It's a little hard to see, but you will tie it like that again. And now you have one big knot at the end there. So now that you've closed up your thread, like this at the end, you're ready to start sewing. So now take, in this case we're using a backpack, and then you place that where you want it. So I think right here is good. And then you can use these like extra pins that you have if you want to like hold it in place. That's pretty helpful sometimes. You don't have to though, you can do it without the little pins. You can just go straight to sewing. But in this case, I will do it. So, I'm just going to use 2, and that's really all you need to hold it down. Alright, and so then now we'll start. I'm going to go in from the back of this, and I'm kind of just going to eyeball it. I'm going to feel where the needle pushes through, so I see it coming through right there. And then I'll just pull that through. Once it stops at the knot, I'll turn it around and, and push it back in. This time on top of the patch lining itself. And then we'll pull that through. And then once it stops again, you'll have your first stitch, and you just kind of keep going that way. So once more, we'll start in the back here. And then you gotta try to keep it as close as possible to where the last stitch was. Like that. Stop again, and then put it back in the top. Sometimes with patches like these, it's really thick, so that's where the thimble would come in handy, especially if your hand starts getting sweaty. But yeah, you just keep on like that. And then I'm gonna do all of them now.
Alright, so now I've completed it. I went over the first initial stitches a few times here as well with the new thread that I had, just to make sure that it's super tight. Now on the back here, we're going to close this up again, and don't mind these extra strings, we'll cut those off right now. But so same thing, just to close it off, we're going to go through the last little seam that we made, push it through that hole, and it'll create a knot for us. And then you can do that also with like the two last ones that you did, just so that it's a little bit more secure. Get a little crazy sometimes. Okay, we'll put it through again. Now both of those are tied, and then we'll do one last one. Okay, now that we tied all that up, we'll just go ahead and cut that off. I like to leave a little bit of it, just to be safe, because this isn't perfect, so we want to just make sure.
So there you have it. Here is the completed patch. Pretty simple, only took like 20 minutes, maybe less than that. But yeah, and this is all the scraps that came out of that, so very minimal mess, and you get this awesome look after. So now you can do whatever you please with any patches that you find or any patches that you make in the future. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, learning how to put patches on all of your items so you can up your swag and look super cool. I hope you guys had as much fun as me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.